What's up, guys? Welcome to a new video. We're working on the Skyline again. I've been slowly chipping away at prepping the engine bay for primer and paint. If you guys watched the last video, you saw I had some struggles with the seam sealer. I ended up trying to seam seal this engine bay twice, actually, before I decided to prep and prime the entire bay before seam sealer. The reason I decided to prep and prime the bay before seam sealer is once primer's on, there's no going back to redo the seam sealer. So whatever I put on after the primer's done is what it will be as far as seam sealer goes. Pretty nervous about it because seems like seam sealer is always a tough thing for people to deal with. So while I was prepping the inner wheel wells, I found a bunch of rust in here. So I must have known about this rust spot and just not cared about it for some moment, but this is a big deal. And that's my frame rail under there, so I'm gonna cut out a pretty large portion of this. I did a repair back here, and so I don't know what possessed me not to do this at the time, but we're gonna change that. Lots of rust coming out. Well, it's not great, but it's not terrible. Yeah, it's stuck in there pretty good. Hopefully it'll be all right. That's pretty good, dude.
Don't know what it looked like before, but it looks great now.
Oh, dude, it looked like shit. It looked so fucking bad, dude. There we go. Solid.
Metal. So as you can see, all of the seam sealer is once again gone. This dark stuff on here is rust treatment. I sprayed every seam of the car yesterday, and I went around tapping all the panels to kind of get the rust treatment in between the seams. Because this front clip is not perfect. It was the only front clip we could find in the United States. Literally, we looked everywhere. We would have gone to Canada, but Canada didn't even have any front clips. Well, I'm doing the best I can to take care of as much of the rust as I can. I was very inspired by the work Spoon did on Jimmy Oaks' R32. They really killed all the rust in that front clip. I would love so much to get a new front core support for this thing, but a new core support's about 400 bucks. And yeah, I don't have that kind of money to throw at a piece of metal right now. Even without a new core support, this thing, it's pretty good. It's not the worst as far as rust goes. So if we seal it and we do a good job of keeping the inside of the engine bay relatively dry, we shouldn't have any rust problems in the future. Crossing my fingers on that. If you guys disagree with me passionately, let me know in the comments. I'm taking off the core support because this dude is really, really crusty. This side has been disconnected since we got the front end, but this side, I just took the spot welds off of it. There's quite a bit of rust in between here, and I just wanted to get in there, try to clean it up, because that's not good.
Icky. It doesn't look that bad, to be honest.
No, it's not. I thought it was, yeah, I thought it was quite a bit worse.
I think he's all done firing.
Sam Squinch and I went in here. I pulled out these pinch welds and I had Sam Squinch sit inside the car while I filled in any holes that had been made from me cutting slits in them when I originally put things together. I killed all the rust on those, and pretty soon here I'm gonna seam seal them back down. Hopefully rust won't be an issue, and I thought about welding that whole seam shut, but I think it might make it weaker, honestly. So I'm just gonna smash it back down, seam seal it. All the rust is dead, so hopefully it won't come back. We're gonna call that good. In other news, I got the radiator support piece all prepped and ready to go back in. All the rust has been killed down here, over here, and these guys are just about ready to go. I need to put some welter primer on all these things and then give it some zaps. Seam sealed up. It looks a lot better than I expected it to, and it's probably fine. Yeah, I'm just being a wiener schnitzel about it. I should be stoked. We're getting closer. I think I'm finally at the point with the engine bay where it's just gonna be prepping for primer here on out. I'll come in tomorrow, start taping stuff off, start sanding stuff with some 220, and just go from there. I think there will be a handful of spots to get a little bit of filler, a little bit of glaze. That'll be nice, but overall, I'm keeping things relatively simple. I'm not trying to go over the top with stuff, obviously.
This is not a tripod. Okay, guy, put the camera down, drive some more. I'm just kidding.
Is him or me?
You got a couple of plugs to take too. Soft. And if you think watching paint dry is exciting, you should try watching paint get mixed. It's even more exciting. You know, the only way you can win at this game is if you don't spill that much. That's the only thing you can do. Otherwise, it's a slog. There's just mud in the bottom of this can that's been sitting so long.
I don't know if he's gonna use this, but Jonas is getting ready to lay down some primer. Actually, I think he's already started laying down some primer, so.
Be a robot.
Yeah. Spray the stuff. Man, it looks so much better on camera.
No, it doesn't. It just looks great on camera, but it looks great in person.
Yeah, it does.
Sometimes you paint something and it kind of is like, you take a picture of it and you go, oh my God, it looks good on camera, and it just is really ass. And sometimes,
Don't tell anyone.
And sometimes, like Corey's car, when you paint it on camera, it's like, it's so boring.
Yeah,
And it
Corey's
looks great in person. So, but this looks, I think, pretty much. I've been taking a bunch of pictures. It looks like what it looks like.
Very happy. I'm stoked.
Should be. What did you spray for like 2 hours?
I don't know. I wasn't
It was a
coming.
long time. It was a marathon.
The wheel wells are all nice and primed. Everything's got it.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta make like the
Very good.
videos 4D. When you paint a car, paint like a bunch of little chips and then like give them to people so they can see exactly what the color looks like on like a little token.
That'd be good. I was just thinking this would have been such a funny time lapse because it would have been like Jonas like a monkey crawling all over.
Well, I was holding it over here trying to film him and I was like, just all, I'm like, I don't want to move all over the place, but I have to get where he's spraying, so.
Yeah, I didn't think about it until he started shooting because I think the most complicated thing that we've shot until this was the S13 bay, but it was just this. Like the wheel wells, the door jambs, underneath, over, the frame rails, because everything on the S13 was already black.
Oh,
We
yeah.
just painted it to make it look nice. So it was really like, it didn't matter if you didn't get in a corner or something.
Yeah.
So this is way more complex. Yeah, it's good under there. I actually got a little
It's
video
nice
of that,
under there.
because it's like, it's done. He got everywhere.
This is a fully encapsulated engine area.
That was the goal.
Seeing how long it took though, like, I think we've got another 10 hours of spraying ahead of us, because this is the first of would we say 7 different coats altogether with the 2 different colors and the pearl and the top coat and the other primer. It's going to be a lot. No more rust.
Yeah.
Rust be gone.
Rust be
Rust be dead.
dead.
Yeah, it's probably not gone, but rust be dead.
It's still there. Just hopefully dead.